What's going on, y'all? So listen. Oh, child, what's going on? Okay, we finna get right into it. Listen, y'all finna take these comments up. I already know in 9 out of 10, I'm gonna just let y'all do what y'all do, okay? Um, y'all just be respectful to one another, all right? Because this is the episode, girl. Grease is the word, it's the word. That's the name of the episode. And you don't know where that song come from, you too damn young, okay? You too damn young to not know the group, to not know the movie, to not know nothing about that song, okay? But this is, um, what is this? The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12, episode 17. Like I said, Grease is the word. Girl, Portia, it starts off Portia trying to get ready. Mind you, they said this is the day before the trip to Greece. This is the day after the fundraiser event, that charity event that Mark put on, that we saw last week. And we already know that they getting a divorce, but this is when the statement comes out. Portia in the midst of getting her stuff packed up or whatever, and she get the text or the alert that Kenya has filed for divorce and put a statement out. Next thing you know, I'm thinking something wrong with my TV. No, girl, they just putting Eva up in a confessional. And while she about to do her little thing with the producers, she get the little alert come through saying that Kenya didn't get a divorce, or putting out filing for divorce or whatever. Next thing you know, we see Nene. Girl, first of all, I like that case. I like that Louis case for her phone. That's one. Two, we could have did without them a little bit, but they brought the little funny Nene and Marlo. Leave them to be shady, okay? Here go Nene. Hey girl, cause she on FaceTime with Marlo. Hey girl, did you see what's going on? People calling my phones or whatever. Did you see the blogs and all that stuff? People calling me, texting me, DMing me, asking me, is it true that Kenya getting divorced or whatever? I'm like, I don't know, girl, cause I ain't up in their marriage and all that shit. I said, why people asking you knowing damn well that you don't fuck with them like that? That's some messy ass shit. If people really called your ass or whatever. Marlo was like, what? It ain't even been 48 hours since we seen them together. And was like, but you know what? She was at the fundraiser last night. She looked cute. She looked cute. Yeah, her dress was cute. I don't know if it was real. Was it Dolce or was it inspired? I said, bitch, Marlo, you don't get off the fucking phone at this moment. But anyway, yeah, that was what was going on. Next thing you know, we see Cynthia and Candy standing outside Kenya's house, and they're talking about what's going on, being very melancholy about it. And they're being there to be supportive friends, okay? And that's what even Nene said. Nene was like, yeah, let me go ahead and talk to Candy, because Candy probably know most stuff about it. I think either Nene or Marlo said it, one of them. And of course, Candy already knew that she was either going to get the divorce and, put the statement out there, because that's what she said. She said, I told her, if she put the statement out there, it's going to be a lot of people up in your business, going to be speculating, going to be wanting to know stuff. It's going to open up a lot of shit. And, obviously she couldn't take it no more, so she had to go ahead and put the statement out there. Cynthia said, bitch, if it was me, and after King had been telling me all this stuff that's been going on within the marriage, I would have been gone. I would have been gone. Took the house, took the cars, took the baby, and just left. Okay, that's what I would have did. I said, damn, so Kenya, you really was putting up with a lot of bullshit. Okay, and for what? And that's what it was. And Cynthia said something that hit home for a second. She was like, if it wasn't for the fact that Kenya had this baby, Kenya probably would have been gone. She probably stuck it out because of the child. She didn't want to have the baby grow up in a household where mom and daddy is not together. I said, technically speaking, y'all not together if he keep on flying here and flying there and doing all that shit. But anyway, Kenya not answering phones and stuff like that, so they just popping up being good friends trying to check on her. And girl, when you get the story, Kenya, of course, she's distraught. She's in her feelings or whatever, as one would be after they get into a breakup, and especially when it's so sudden or whatever. But we saw it coming, okay? I can say that most of us was watching this show and looking at the breakdown. It was like, how can you allow yourself to stay in something like this with a person that disrespects you, okay? You can't even be your fucking self around this person, and regardless of how one may feel about Kenya, that shit ain't right. Some can say that shit is karma coming back at her ass or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. That shit ain't right. I just don't like seeing people being, disrespected by their mate. Okay, you can do that shit with your friends or whatever, but don't your mate is supposed to be, once you come home into your household, that's supposed to be your security. That's supposed to be your safe zone. That's supposed to be your comfort. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to get into it with your friends or get into it with the outside world and come home and then be getting into it with your husband or your wife and have them berating you and damn near looking like they're finna beat your ass or whatever. You just know you're not supposed to do that. So Kenya basically was like, with that statement, Mark kind of forced her hand because they got into an argument, and this is what Cynthia and them was saying. They got into a big argument after the charity event, and then Kenya expounded on it. They got into an argument after the event. Mark was saying that I think she got a call from somebody saying that Mark was going to put out this statement or whatever about, ending the marriage or whatever. And so because he was going to do that, that's why Kenya went on ahead and put out her statement, about them being about to get divorced and all that. And she said basically he didn't even want her at the event. He basically said that to her. They get into this big argument and it blew up. Right after the event happened, he was really pissed off. He didn't really want to talk to her. They got into it in the Uber car to the point that he was so irate and he was so pissed off and so mad at her that the Uber driver had to tell him to get the fuck out. I said, see, that's fucked up. They was like, girl, did he look like he was finna do something to your ass? She was like, no, he didn't. But she was having flashbacks because she said she's been in an abusive relationship before, okay? And she seen him get mad but never get this mad. You know what I'm saying? And I said, why? You see the signs coming. It don't even have to, abuse does not have to be physical. It can be verbal. It can be emotional, okay? And that's all that we've been seeing. That's all that we've been seeing. You even saying he talking about everything that you do, and he always got something to say, and this and that and that and that, but you stuck around for what? Baby, you got what you wanted out this relationship, which was main priority, the child. Take the child and go, okay? Take the baby and go. I just was like, that's fucked up. I don't give a fuck how you feel about King. Y'all know I ain't the biggest fan of her, but shit, that's messed up. Okay, I wish a motherfucker, and then you got the nerve to be doing all this shit, Mark, and your restaurant is fucked up with all that goddamn flying back and forth that you've been doing. What you been doing? You ain't been having to exterminate up in your restaurant. You ain't been having them putting foods up the way that they supposed to. You ain't been making sure that your restaurant is up to fucking code, bitch. Y'all go look at my what it is, because I didn't put it all out there about how the restaurant was just a mess. Okay, got live roaches and vermin and mice droppings and shit all up in the kitchen and the dining area. Like, what the fuck is going on? I would never. Okay, This supposed to be a nice restaurant, got it looking like a local hood eatery shop that you just go in and fucking out. With some shit going on in the back, but you still go ahead and buy some shit because the food be buying. Okay, now, if I wanted to see all that shit, I go down to the corner. Okay, that's what I do. Girl, I said, this is a goddamn mess. So, Cynthia asked Kenya, do you want to get a divorce from Mark? She was like, she necessarily don't want to get a divorce from him. And my whole thing, girl, I'm sitting here like, girl, I'm trying to help you out or whatever, bitch. But goddamn, if you want to live up in that, because once a motherfucker do some shit like that, like, he is showing the true colors that he really can't stand your ass. And it feel like a nigga that got trapped. That's how he moves. Like, he got trapped and he got stuck, or he in an arranged marriage that he can't get out of. And I'm like, neither one of y'all are being forced to stay up in this relationship, baby or not. So what is going on? If you can't stand her that bad, bitch, you should have been moved. Kenya, if you been seeing the red flags like you said, bitch, you should have been moved. Girl, don't fucking settle. God damn, bitch, what the fuck is your problem? But then again, people want what they want. The people got points to prove or whatever, and then that shit fucking backfired. And that's what happened with Kenya. When you try to prove, okay, I can get a man, I can get married, I can go ahead and have a baby that y'all claimed that I couldn't do, and all that shit fucking backfired because you did that shit too quick, too soon, and it didn't feel genuine, okay? And that's what wound up happening. Then she had the nerve to tell us that, bitch, girl, Mark was one thing that happened, one of the incidents that happened is, I think that he had something and some shit is going on. That's what I feel like. I said, you think, bitch? You think? Okay. Girl, don't nobody just be mad at your ass out of the blue for no reason. They got shit that they had and whatever, girl. Okay, well, some people do. But for real, all right? He had something. She said, bitch, she saw a text message between him and Mark and some other chick talking about she want the sex to continue to happen, and this was even after that she knew that he got married. And then I was like, that means that he was still fucking around while y'all was probably courting, okay? Probably fucked around one of those trips that he went back to fucking New York. She from New York. You can't tell me that she ain't been fucking around with Mark. Mark ain't been doing his thing, all them business trips that he been going back to fucking Mark, back and forth to New York or whatever to check on his restaurant, bitch. I just don't believe it. You're not gonna sit here and lie to my face and make me believe that he ain't get his dick whacking somebody else, okay, bitch? Listen, Kenya, maybe you should have been getting your puss ate by somebody else too, okay? Because your man showing up was digging down somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. We not the only ones that thinking it. I'm just putting it out there, That's how we feel. That's how he been rolling. That's how it seems like, okay? You want to be in denial, bitch, but we ain't, okay? But she talking about something. I called the girl and I told her, you might want to get me off on speakerphone because this is Kenya Mark Daily, okay? And I told the bitch, what's up? I said, okay, girl. He got upset about her reading the text message and all that stuff, and they had a little conversation. I said, it ain't changed shit. It ain't changed shit. Bitch, listen, it would never be me. She talking about she want to set an example for her daughter and want to be a strong woman and not show her what she can't do and all this shit. I said, then get the fuck out of the goddamn relationship. And truth be told, while we sitting here getting out, get out, or whatever, we can't make somebody, do what they don't want to do yet. And maybe that ain't what she want to do. And I was championing them to get back together and all that shit. But now that I seen all this shit, King, you don't need that shit. Bitch, damn. All right, grow the fuck up. Anyway, moving on from that, it is the next day. It's time for Greece. The girls are rolling up there. We get Cynthia first. I like that, outfit that she had on. She looked really nice and vibrant in her red and her gold. Portia came, airport ready. I said, come on, sneaks, come on, hoodie and leggings. There you go. We got to be comfortable because we finna be on the flight for a while. Came with little PJ and Dennis. She said, bitch, let me tell you something. As soon as I found out that I'm going on this trip, I got a ticket for PJ and I got a ticket for me. I don't know if Dennis gonna be there, but she knows she got a ticket for her and her mama, so they gonna be on there too. She said, what, ain't it so beautiful that her dream trip to Greece, since she's never been to Greece, is her baby's first international flight, and international trip. So that was beautiful, to have them together. Candy showed up, Nene shows up, Marlo shows up with her nephews, even though her nephews are not coming. But I do like seeing Marlo with her nephew, seeing her in a different role than being a messy bitch. But at this point, they all want to know if Kenya's coming, because this was Kenya and Candy's trip. So it's like, is Kenya coming? Because at first, Kenya didn't even want to come on the trip. And then they was like, no, girl, you should come and everything like more, because she knew that people was gonna probably, be gloating in the fact that this is her little downfall and all this shit or whatever, and taking, glee in it, And I said, well, the fact that you did a whole bunch of shit, could you blame them? I mean, people, not everybody is going to be like, even though I can't stand your ass, I'm going to be respectful to you. Now, because you have done stuff in the past that fucked people over, that made people mad, and you probably would have did the same thing to them too. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, all bets are off at this point. But Marlo was the first one, bitch, that said, is the bitch coming? Is it true? Like, what's going on? And it was like, because Candy said if she do come, because she hasn't been answering text messages and anything like that, so they don't know if she's gonna be there or not. But if she do come, listen, can we just not say anything about the divorce or whatever's been going on between her and Mark and all that shit? Marlo said, bitch, I can't promise that because, bitch, I want to know. Listen, as much as Marlo get on my nerves sometimes, at least the bitch is honest in her messiness, okay? She's a nosy, messy bitch, and that's exactly what it is, and she ain't trying to fucking hide it and ain't making no excuses for it. Do you, bitch, okay? And it was like, shit, y'all want to know too. Bitch, we do want to know. Okay, so hey, it is what it is. And then Portia was like, I feel like she'll open up when she feels comfortable enough. Girl, Nene said, well, bitch, at the end of the day, you did some shit, and this is, because this your karma. Okay? You came for a lot of people, and bitch, this is your get back. All right, it is what it is. You can't tell nobody not to say nothing, to do nothing. That's what you get for bringing that woman around for with Tanya or whatever. Okay, I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna give my opinion on that. I'm gonna let y'all debate that in the comments. Do y'all feel like this is Kingy's karma? Do you feel like this is her get back for bringing old girl around? Do you feel like this is her get back for everything that coming up to this point from her history till now? Do you feel like people can really change? Okay, and in this situation, Kenya and all that stuff, or do you feel like shit just happens and we shouldn't judge her, or she shouldn't be judged for her past and whatever, and say that this is karma? Put that shit down in the comments. Okay, open it up, liven this shit up. All right. And so Tanya pulls up with Paul in a matte black Bentley. I said, all right, y'all better pull up to the airport in style. Paul said, listen, bitch, the reason why I ain't come to the thing is because he had another event to go to that his friend was throwing. I said, okay, Paul, if that's the story that you wanna if that's what you wanna go with, we'll go with that. But all right. So they get on the plane, they get to Greece or whatever. They got two separate cars, PJ and Mama Diane over in the other car, and then Portia and them in the other cars where they filming all the girls together. And next thing you know, somebody was like, wait a minute, is that Kenya? Girl, Kenya walking around smiling and everything. I said, oh, you went and got on a separate flight. So, the girls realized that Kenya is there, and Candy is out there talking to her, and kind of find out Kenya was not sure whether or not she wanted to go. She missed the flight, but she wound up getting another flight. She wound up booking a ticket for baby Brooklyn and the nanny. She got the nanny and baby Brooklyn another hotel room, another hotel, so that they can be in there, and so the girls can film and do all they messed up crazy shit that's bound to happen or whatever. And so, of course, they get on the bus and everybody trying to be nice or whatever. Marlo just being Marlo. She trying to keep it cute for now. Okay. So they get to the hotel, and basically, before they get there, Kenya said with these room situations, it's a house or whatever, it's a villa, but some of y'all gonna have to sleep in the same room. Y'all gonna have to do two to a room or some shit like that. Then he said, bitch, fuck that shit, bitch. Give me another hotel, and if I gotta sleep in a room with somebody else, I can go get another hotel. Girl, stop that. Stop that. I get it, but stop that. Listen, it's Greece. It's a beautiful place, bitch. I mean, just have fun. Just have fun, okay? So they get to the villa, they get greeted by their host, and they're going up there to the rooms, doing the usual stuff when they get to these destinations and all that stuff, you know. And they looking at the master suite. Cynthia said, bitch, hold up, because I need my own privacy, all right? Because everybody ain't got the luxury of having their mans up in here with them. Some of our mans is out of town and shit like that. We want to FaceTime. We want to FaceTime sex and everything. You don't want to hear me moaning and all that shit or whatever. I said, go ahead off from Cynthia. I like this Cynthia for the most part, bitch. But girl, we don't know how long we gonna have her here. Cause sometimes bitches change with the weather. You know what I'm saying? But girl, that was cute. But they all having a good time. They had them sitting down, when they saw them cats. Here go Portia. It's a lot of pussy up in Greece. Good thing I didn't bring Dennis. Dennis, let me tell you something, Portia. I don't know if you knew what you just did there, okay? Because you made a joke basically saying that your man is kind of like a little hoe, or that can be, playing off the little rumor about the bestiality. Now, bitch, which one is it? Okay, is it one or two or the both? Okay, it was just funny, but you know. Marlo talk about something. I can't stand cats. They sneaky just like some of these little sneaky ass bitches out here. I said, okay, I don't like cats either, but we got our differences. But anyway, because I think cats are really stuck up. Imagine my boss is a cat person like a motherfucker. And I told y'all the story about when her cat died. Girl, I'm not gonna go there because some people got into their feelings about that, talking about I was being insensitive. But girl, I just felt some type of way. I mean, I'm an animal person, but not like that. But okay, I guess. Anyway, how we get on that subject, don't even worry about it. Kenya up here got them outside, talking about some. Me and Candy are going to have the two master suites, okay? But see, we're gonna do this game so that we can see who's gonna get what room. Portia said, bitch, I just missed the time where we just run and go put our ass on the goddamn bed and that's who we gonna sleep at. That's what we gonna sleep at. What is this shit that we going through right about now? I know you going through issues with your divorce and all, but damn, what's this? I said, girl, just go with the flow right now. So the game that they had them playing, well, one of the things was somebody had to wash the dishes while they was there. So Cynthia said, girl, yes, I'm going to do that to get the good room. Somebody had to take off their makeup and their lashes. Nene said, girl, I can do that. Next thing you know, somebody had to, they had to eat 3 different things. It was raw octopus, some smelly sardines, and something else. I think it was oysters or something else. Yeah, raw oysters. Okay. And so at this point, you got Portia. I eat anything. I eat anything. Portia, Tanya, Slim. Tanya just gets up and she just like, nah, come on, let's go. This the Hunger Games and all that shit. Marlo up there, they eating that shit. Girl, let me tell you something. It wouldn't never put in my mouth, okay? There's certain shit that I don't put in my mouth, and that raw shit I don't do, okay? I don't do sushi. I don't do none of that shit, bitch. Cook my shit, okay? I don't, girl, no. All right? Portia put that shit up in her mouth and spit it right back out. Marlo was yanking on that shit. Tanya swallowed that shit, so she won. That was the only reason why she won, because she actually swallowed, okay? And for the most part, everybody's getting good, having a good time. And then the next one was, if you jump in the pool, before they could even finish saying what it was that they needed to do, that was like, jump in the pool and you get to take somebody's room. And so Portia just ran and she jumped into the pool. She said, bitch, I got my go naked hair on. It's cute or whatever. It's good. I'm getting this room. So she took Tanya's room because Tanya said, bitch, I want the room that has the window, not the one that don't have it. But she got her room taken or whatever, but they all having a good time. Cynthia's like, this is a trip for all of us to get together, to bond, to have sisterhood and shit like that. And hopefully, this is a time for Nene and Kenya to, come together. And maybe Nene can get through to Kenya because, she has some experience on, relationship problems, divorce and all that stuff or whatever. I said, girl, no, it ain't gonna happen. In the fantasy world, yes. In the real world, no. Okay, no, boo. And so at this point, Cynthia, Nene is just okay with the fact that Cynthia is rooming next to her because she knows how Cynthia works and Cynthia knows how she works. And now they about to get ready to go to dinner, and we're gonna see how that go. Cynthia goes in there talking to Nene, and they making small talk about what's going on with Noelle, and how Cynthia took her tracker off of her and all that stuff, just letting her live her life free and doing whatever. And then Cynthia brings up the whole situation about how Nene has been married the longest, and maybe she could offer some words of encouragement or whatever to Kenya in her situation. And Nene keeps putting it out there saying that she doesn't have an issue with Kenya. You obviously do. Both of y'all got issues with each other, but, she said if I'm going to give somebody some advice, it's going to come from a real place. Regardless of if I don't fuck with you, we don't get along or whatever, I see the shit that you're going through, I can offer some real ass advice because we all been in a certain situation that you're in at one point or another, and so I just hope that you'll be able to take it, So it's time for everybody to get ready. They come downstairs, they're waiting. Waiting for Kenya actually to get there. Kenya's FaceTiming the nanny. Little Brooklyn is asleep. And so she finally comes out there. They get ready to eat, and they're just talking, making small talk. We find out about Candy, and because Candy said this food is good, but it's bad for her diet because she got a little nude sex scenes that she got to do on the shot or whatever. And I was like, oh, so you still playing a little stud or whatever? She was like, no, girl, I'm not. I auditioned for it. I said, girl, what happened? You ain't get Dre. You was giving off the tease, whatever. She was like, girl, let me tell you what happened. So listen, somebody else got the part, right? But I'm about to be playing, the gangster dude, girlfriend slash wife, whatever, who's running for mayor. I said, bitch, you finna be Doodah's wife? You finna be Doodah's wife? And she was like, girl, yeah. I was like, oh shit, bitch. Y'all know that's my show, The Shy or whatever, And so at this point, before that, Marlo was asking, so are we gonna be able to talk about this shit that's going on with Kenya? Everybody's like, trying to beat around the bush with it and be happy for or whatever, trying not to make no big thing about it, but she wanna know if they gonna talk about it. But it was Nene who actually brought up, and Nene was trying to make small talk with Kenya. She asked about her dog or whatever before they went to dinner, and then when they were sitting at the table, she was the one that brought it up and said, I know that you're going through some stuff, and the whole situation. And Kenya was just like, she appreciated the fact that Candy and Cynthia came over there to see her, that Portia reached out to her. She appreciated Marlo. She didn't really mention Nene name, but I'm pretty sure that was up in there too, and she was just saying it's a tough time going through something where you thought that you was going to be with this person forever, and I know you read everything that was going on, and it came unexpectedly, and I'm not sure if he really wants a divorce, but I'm pretty sure that he probably don't, but we just don't, because I don't, but we just don't know how to get, if it's going to be that way or whatever. I said, girl, figure it out. But did you catch when Tanya said, I understand that's messed up what she going through, but now it makes sense why she was coming at me for the shit that she was doing and saying about me. I said, oh, Tanya, don't cross that line, because girl, you don't know how to play in these roles, but I get what you're saying. So, Nene and everybody, they get ready to go. Cynthia finna go do the dishes. They wanted Nene and Kenya to stay back and fellowship amongst each other and talk or whatever. Kenya said, no, girl. Okay, I'm about to go. And at this point, you got her in the kitchen with Candy and Tanya, and they trying to tell her, why would you just get up? Why wouldn't you just sit down there and talk? And she like, this ain't the time or the place, okay? Nene feels some type of way, but because she snubbed her, so she did snub her. She didn't say anything after that when she mentioned everybody named except for Nene's. And so at that point, Kenya, she just was kind of over it. She was like, yeah, we gonna talk whatever, not now. This ain't the time. This ain't the place or whatever. And they was like, well, just bring her this cake or whatever, this baklava and this pastry or whatever, so that they can go ahead and like be a peace offering or something. And Kenya tried to do that, but Nene was over it. At this point she was gonna get ready to go. And Candy tried to talk to Nene, and at this point I get what the ladies are trying to do, because even Marlo was like, that's not right that you did that, and we up here trying to do this and woo woo woo. But why would you want your trip to be bogged down with this? Okay, if I don't want nobody arguing on my trip, okay? I don't want that, But that's how they do it all the time. They bring their issues to the trips with them, and they have a big blow up, and that's what's gonna happen. And at this point, Nene don't give a fuck. Nene said her door's closed. She said fuck Kenya, and she finna go talk to her man and keep her marriage intact. I said, okay, well, hey, it is what it is. Them two are oil and vinegar. They just not gonna mix. They just not gonna get along, and let them just be that, okay? Quit talking about each other and just leave the fuck shit alone. Anyway, that was the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. This trip is just started, so we'll see how next week goes. And it's a possibility that my review next week probably will be late a little bit, or probably won't. I'm not sure yet, because I'm not going to be home this weekend. So I know you're not going to get love after lockup on the time that you're supposed to. So, yeah, y'all just look out for the shit. But I'll still bring it to y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all later. Peace.